Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Jake, you're watching Reminisce. Today, I'm going to be going through a review of the Jabra Elite 65Ts, motherfucker. Now, why did I buy these? Basically, I like the concept of the Apple EarPods. They seem cool, but they looked ugly as shit in my opinion. But I really enjoyed the concept of truly wireless earbuds, being able to just not have anything hanging down around your neck or fucking chained to a phone at all. I thought that was a really fucking sweet idea, and I don't know if the Apple EarPods were the first to come up with this. I don't really fucking care, but I was like, sweet idea, but I want this technology to improve a bit, and these came out. I've seen them in JB Hi-Fi for $249, which is a lot of money, but at the same time, it's really quite cheap, especially for these. You normally see them retailing for around $260-300, even online. So I saw these for $250 and I was like, fuck yeah, gonna give them a go and see what happens. So the pros about these little bastards, they were pretty fucking simple to set up. Like basically you take them out of the box, there's the case, the two earbuds sitting on top of them, pull those out, turn them both on at the same time, they'll connect to each other, then go into pairing mode on your phone, go into Bluetooth settings and connect. That's it, done. And that's pretty much as simple as it gets when it comes to Android, connecting with earphones. They're not going to do your earpod things where you just hold them next to your phone and they connect. They don't have a special chip like the AirPods do, but I was fine with that. They do look pretty fucking great in my opinion. I think they look pretty sweet, pretty swell overall. They don't look stupid, they're not poking out too far. There's nothing hanging down the side of your fucking head, Apple. Yeah, overall, pretty cool. Sound quality. It's, in my opinion, pretty good. It's nothing that's gonna blow your head off with bass, like some of your other earphones or headphones, especially, they're not gonna give you the same experiences over the ear headphones. You gotta accept that with the current technology we have. But they're good. They're good enough. They do have bass, don't get me wrong. They're just not gonna go fucking blow your head off. The highs aren't too extreme or anything like that, so you're not gonna get headaches or anything from these from just the sound alone. So overall, that's pretty great. And the earbuds actually come with a companion app for iOS and Android, so you can actually tune your frequencies to how you prefer them. You do notice a difference when you're playing with the frequencies, but don't expect major changes. Another feature that I really love about these is the fact that you can just take them out of the case and they connect to your phone instantly. It's great. It's super handy because if you're on the train or whatever, you just want them to connect. The moment you take them out, they turn on. The moment you put them back in, they turn off. So that's really cool. I'll go into a little bit of that further down the track of this video. But anyway, moving on. They have an autoplay and pause feature, which is really handy. So basically, if you take one earphone out, it will automatically pause what you're playing on the phone, whether it be music or a video. I haven't experienced any issues with that. That's worked flawlessly for me from the start, and you can disable that within the companion app as well if that's not your thing. Battery life seems to be pretty great for me. They advertise 4 hours. I haven't tried to test that full 4 hour limit yet, but that being said, I've only ever listened to these, for that matter, any earphones or headphones for only a couple hours at a time anyway. So when you're not using them, you put them, fuck off you. So you put them back in the case, you don't want to lose them, and they have a fast charge kind of technology in them, so they charge up really quickly, and you're going to get 15 hours as advertised total. So I haven't tested the full 15 hours, but I can guarantee you're probably going to get at least 10. You'll probably get around there anyway, which is going to be enough for an entire day's listening, about 10 hours. I mean, they do come with Google and Siri Assistant integration, so if that's your thing, they do have that. Press the button, away it goes. Audio pass-through, another great feature that they have. Basically, so while you're on the train or you're, I don't know, maybe you're just with people that you want to be able to hear them and speak to them while you're listening to music, that's your thing. You can basically listen to the world around you through the microphones, and it's a pretty good experience. It's mostly good for phone calls. It's an automatic feature, so when you're in a phone call, you can hear yourself talking as well, which is kind of a trippy experience to begin with, but it kind of stops you from seeming like a dickhead on the street. You're walking around and you're talking really loudly. Because you can hear your own voice, you're conscious of your own voice, and you just speak at your normal speaking level, and that's really cool. Appreciate that, Jabra. The connection quality seems seems pretty great in my opinion. I have them paired with my Galaxy Note 8 and I don't experience any dropouts or any video audio sync issues at all. I read online that there's some video and sync and audio sync issues, so you're watching YouTube, whatever, and then so there'll be like a delay between the audio and video, and that kind of scared the fuck out of me, especially when you're investing this much money into an item. But the thing is that I asked the salesperson, does that count as a technical issue with these, and if it's doing that, can I return the item? And they said yes, you can return it because that counts as a technical issue. You couldn't return them if you just didn't like the sound of them because that was your purchase, but because they're actually having technical issues, yes, you can return them within a time frame of that happening. So I tested the fuck out of these for the first couple of days that I had them. Didn't have the issues at all. I was happy with that. So, but I'm just saying, if it does happen for you, return those motherfuckers. Don't just deal with it. It's not right. The microphone quality is just like, it's crazy good. Really good. They've got 4 microphones within the actual each earbud, so 2 microphones per bud. And when you're in a phone call, it's a better sound quality than you're speaking through your own phone mic, which is awesome. It's a really pleasant experience for whoever who's listening to you. And that's where we kind of go into the segue for the next subject, which is not the pros, not the cons, but more of the acceptable, I guess. And that's noise cancellation isn't great. These ain't no Sonys with their noise cancellation features. When you've got nothing playing, you're gonna hear the world around you, like the hum of an aeroplane or whatever. When you've got music playing, or any media for that matter, you're not gonna hear fuck all. I don't think these are really the adaptive noise cancellation. These are more just relying on this, more like an earplug that you have at work, you know? It's the way that it seals in your ear is where most of the noise cancellation comes from. So just know that they aren't going to blow you away with their noise cancellation, unfortunately. And that's where I was talking about before. It's a shame because the microphone quality is that great, and that's where noise cancellation, the majority of it relies on a microphone taking out the white noise from the background and inversing it and then playing it against its own white noise cancels out white noise. That's probably a bad explanation, but Google search on how noise cancellation works and you'll get like a gist of it. It's pretty cool actually, that tech, but it's a shame because it doesn't work that well on these headphones, and they could have done better, especially with such good quality microphones. But oh well. What else is acceptable about them is the fact that they don't have touch control. You know, there's no swipe up or swipe down for volume and skip next track or anything. That the physical buttons on each one, so one has next track, previous track, and the other one has volume up, down, and play, pause, which is fine. That's more of a personal taste. They basically, because of the lack of controls, they feel less premium, I guess I could say. They just don't feel as futuristic as most headphones with touch controls do feel. But that being said, you might enjoy the actual physical response of a click, knowing exactly which button you're pressing, and that comes down to purely what you like. So it's not a pro, not a con, but it's acceptable for me. The cons, the motherfucking cons, the shit about this shit. Back to what I was saying in one of the pros, the fact that you just take them out of the case and they auto connect. They don't always auto connect. At least the left earbud doesn't. The right earbud always does. Now that seems to be the master earbud. The left, it doesn't all, like I'll pull one out, put the other one in, and only the right one's playing. It's happened like 2 times out of 10. It's 5. 2 times out of 10. But the fact that it doesn't always work is just disappointing, I guess. It could be better, and it's just, all you have to do is just turn it on. Like you hold and press the button on the left bud and it connects to the other one, and instantly like there'll be a quick drop out in audio for a millisecond and then it keeps playing, and it's fine. There's no dramas. It could have been that little bit better. The fit itself is a little bit iffy in the way that I had to put a different earpiece on each earbud, so they're different size. As you can see, this one's smaller than this one. But that being said, it comes down, it's hard to cater for everyone's ears, and especially my ears. I actually had my ears pinned back when I was little, because I used to poke out like this. I used to get bullied at high school. Completely different story, but basically because my ears been pinned back, one ear's like a slightly different shape from the other. So I can't really blame Jabra for that. The next one is that the case isn't magnetic. So I mean that in the sense that there's nothing really here to hold the earbuds in. Occasionally when you open it up, see that they just fall out, it's fine when you've got it closed. It's a solid click, it's quite well, it's not hard to open up, but it's a good amount of pressure that's required to open up. But the fact there's no force to actually hold these earbuds in, be motherfucking careful when you open these up. I've nearly lost them so many times already, just from opening it up and, you know, one hand's busy doing something else. We're all human, we're all trying to do multiple fucking tasks at once for some stupid ass reason. And I've done the matrix catch in midair and caught one earbud, and it's just something that you don't want to be crawling on the fucking floor of an aeroplane looking for. So just be careful when you do open these up. Jabra, if you ever get to see this video, I doubt you will, but please just put some magnetic fucking grips in these so that way they're not gonna fly out on me. That would be great in the next version, please. There is no IP56 water resistance rating for these, the 65Ts, which is unfortunate, but that being said, Jabra do have the 65T actives, which do have the IP56 rating for sweat and all that kind of thing, so for working out. Basically, you just pay an extra $30 or so and you get the active model. I just went for these models because I'm gonna work out in these occasionally anyway. I don't sweat too profusely anyways. I wouldn't recommend using them if you do sweat heavily or if you do something that makes you sweat a lot. I wouldn't wear these in the fucking shower or anything like that if that's the thing. Just know that that's the case. And my final issue is the audio pass-through feature that I was speaking about is great, but it'd be nice to have just a separate button that you can tap that enables that feature on demand. So if you're just sitting there speaking to somebody, you can just quickly tap the button, you can pause your music or you can keep your music playing, you can change that through the companion app, but at least you can just suddenly hear everything around you, let go of the button, everything goes back to the way it was. So also Jabra, please put a button for that in the future. I think that's about it, guys. If you have any more questions, please throw a comment down below. I would love to try and answer it to the best of my ability, especially if you are thinking about picking up these earbuds, because they are great. Not all the reviews are the same, so accept that. I'll try and answer it to the best of my ability, and at the end of the day, my biggest piece of advice is keep your fucking receipt and return shit when it doesn't work, especially as advertised. That counts as a technical issue. You can return that shit. You can't return it if you just don't like it just cause, but if you have a real reason why it's not working for you, you should be able to get a return, which is cool. Anyway, guys, my name's Jake. You're watching Me Source. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one, guys. Catch you later.